Good morning, Teach Better family, Teach Better Network. Welcome back to the Daily Drop-In with you live every single weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Streaming live at 7 a.m. Eastern, as well as later on the Teach Better Talk podcast. I am Brad Hughes, your morning host this morning, with my co-pilot, comrade, and friend, Jeff Gargas, CEO and co-founder of the Teach Better team. Jeff, good morning to you. We're set for a great day of connection, good news, special events today, and a chance to reconnect after a week like no other. So we'll be back right after this message to check in with Jeff and to check in with everyone on our network. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Teach Better Daily Drop-In with you Monday to Friday, streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn. And Jeff, who knows? Maybe there are other social networks that we haven't discovered yet that are already streaming us because, hey, we're that good. What do you think?
It's definitely possible. Like stranger things have happened. So we're streaming right now, though. I enjoyed that.
If you're joining us live, please make sure you let us know where you are, who you are, what you're up to this morning. We would love to get your feedback in the comments this morning. Jeff, tell me about you, what you do, where you are. Remind us about all of the awesome things that you're involved in.
Well, first I have to check. Did you call me the CEO?
Maybe.
Okay, because that's Chad. I'm the COO.
Oh.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Out here. I don't want him to get home from vacation and be like, "Hey, are you stealing my title? Like, am I fired?
Exactly.
Like, I don't. Actually, that could be fun. Actually, maybe I changed my mind. Maybe I do want that to happen.
Well, I appreciate your correction. When I said CEO, I meant Chief Encouragement Officer.
I just don't
want
want
the master of encouragement.
Well, I'll take that. I just don't want the responsibilities of CEO. So I'm gonna sidestep that one. Well, I'm Jeff. I've been here all week with you every morning. And that's been fun. Normally I'm just here on Mondays with Ray. But I'm the COO, which is Chief Operations Officer. Although I do like the Chief Encouragement Officer. You got my mind spinning. I get to hang out and do things around here. I am in beautiful, beautiful Northeast Ohio, where it is. I don't know what it is outside. I'm downstairs. I can't see outside. It's supposed to rain all day today, but it's supposed to be beautiful over the weekend, so that's good. We'll take it. It's been a nice week. Yesterday a little rainy, today a little rainy, but other than that, it's been a really beautiful week. And this week it's supposed to be nice as well. So I'm here. I'm excited to be here with you, brother.
Glad you're here too, brother. And we have been navigating a very stressful and a very emotion-filled week, naturally with national news out of Texas in the U.S., and just all the associated stresses for anyone that works in or supports educators or has kids in their lives. And Jeff, I just wanted to know if you just comment briefly on the role that our Teach Better Network has tried to play in just being there for educators and being their companion through the stress, the fear, the worry of the recent news.
I think you kind of just said it. I think, one of the things that we deem as a responsibility of ours that we attempt to do is to be here and try to be I use the word a constant, and a constant, a source of consistency of normalcy in a time, and a lot of times when nothing else is normal and things feel out of control. And we attempt to be a place where you can come to lean on to, whatever it might be. I've felt blessed over the last several days of being able to receive a wide variety of emails and calls and texts and DMs of people just reaching out and saying, "Hey, can I vent? Hey, can I?" A couple that were, "Hey, can I cry? Hey, can we just whatever?" And might have text back and forth, several calls of just not knowing what else to do, because there's this feeling of helplessness so often when something like this happens. And I consider it an honor and a privilege and a responsibility that we don't take lightly to try and be here for you, for everyone who's gone through it. So I believe our team has done that. I hope we have, and we'll continue to try and be that. So.
and that's all that we can do, and that's all that any professional or any personal community can do, is to companion and be there for each other in good times and in terrible times. And when I think about the needs of the community, school community, and the local community in Texas, when I think about the state needs, when I think about the needs and the ripple effects of this tragedy throughout the country, throughout North America, I believe that by extension, it touches anybody that is involved in schools or involved in work with kids. All we can do is continue to ask, what do I need? What do we need? And how can we support each other? All without minimizing the tremendous and unimaginable impact of what's occurred, and the needs of that school community and that community in Texas are going to continue to be on everyone's mind. So, Jeff, as we turn attention to continue to turn attention to our needs as a network and as a community, what are you looking forward to most today in your work with Teach Better Team, and what are you looking forward to most today with your family network?
Today, what I'm looking most forward to is actually going over this early afternoon to my daughter's elementary school. Actually, well, my daughter and son both attend the elementary school. It's actually right around the corner from us, but today we get to go watch my daughter Jacqueline, who's in third grade, in her class play. They were putting on a production of Charlotte's Web, so we get to go and experience that. So that's going to be really enjoyable, and with a week with so much heaviness on it. I'm looking forward to that sort of that lighthearted moment that just I'm like already smiling. I'm not going to be able to not. It's going to be I don't even care like how well it goes. It's just going to be great. So I'm excited for that. I think that's what I'm most looking forward to. Teamwork, honestly, I think I'm most looking forward to getting into Basecamp, which is the internal system we use for all of our task management and communication and stuff, and demanding our team not look at Basecamp today and just start taking an early holiday. For us here in the States, it's already a long holiday weekend, and I want everyone to just be able to relax, and hopefully they'll listen to me. You guys usually don't listen to me, so we'll see. But I think that honestly, that's what I think I'm looking most forward to, just telling everyone, don't work today. Just relax, go be with your families, and hopefully that happens. So happy birthday as well. We've got a birthday in our family. Gary and Brecken, which is Michelle's son, is 5 today. He was up at what'd you say, 5:20 a.m. already ready to celebrate. Wow. So happy birthday to him. So I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures later on from Michelle, sharing everything he gets to do today as well. So
yeah, those early morning birthday wake ups are a real treat for exhausted parents and excited kids. So what's the most recent birthday in your family that you can think of or that you're anticipating? Have you had an early wake up like that?
Well, so we haven't. Well, my wife's birthday was in February, but like she's always up at same time going to work, whatever. With our birthdays, her and I, it's kind of like just any other day. Jonathan was back in October. We do have a July birthday coming up for Jacqueline, but when you talk about getting up early, it's funny because I get up at 5 and I come walking out of my room, and I feel like for the last I don't know how many weeks, every time I get up and I walk out, and it's 5 a.m. Mm-hmm. I walk out in the kitchen, I get ready to head over and like turn the coffee machine on and go downstairs where my closet is and stuff. And I hear, "Hey, Dad," and my son's sitting on the couch already because he keeps waking up so early. So I'm like, is he going to, I don't know if he can get up earlier for his birthday when it comes around, but we'll see. So, so next one's July, which, that's always fun. We do a swim party usually for her. And this year she wants a bunch of friends to come. So like, that's we're inviting all the girls from her class and stuff. But so I'm excited about that. That's gonna be fun. So also I completely forgot when you asked me. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We're doing a neighborhood cookout, which is fun. So myself and our neighbor across the street we got all kinds of food together, and we're just setting up canopies and stuff out in the front yards and tables, and just cooking food all day long for people in the neighborhood to stop by and bring something or take something and just spend the day. And then we'll start a couple fires later on and do some s'mores and stuff. So, I'm looking forward to that as well. So, how about you?
Is that part of the Memorial Day observances in your neighborhood?
Well, actually, when we scheduled it, we didn't even realize, we didn't think through that. So, yes and no. I mean, it is. I mean, this is Memorial Day, so it'll be part of that. But we were really just looking. We like to do that every now and then with the neighborhood, and we looked a couple weeks ago and said, man, we're going to run out of time. It's like time's going by so fast. So we just picked a weekend And I'm like, oh, well, that's Memorial Day weekend. So like everyone will have Monday off. Hopefully they'll be able to attend. And luckily right now it looks like it's going to be a nice day. So fingers crossed on that.
Jeff, we're going to turn our attention after this break to our good news stories and our holidays and observances of the day. We've got a couple of Teach Better family members in the comments I'd like to get back to. So we'll be back right after this break for our good news. Good morning, Teach Better family. It is the Teach Better Daily Drop-In with Brad Hughes and Jeff Gargas, streaming everywhere, all across the universe. Who knows, Jeff? This could be going out to a distant planet and reaching someone far in the future or maybe in the past. Who knows who might be enjoying the Daily Drop-In this morning?
If anybody is questioning the awesomeness of Brad Hughes, I need you to understand that right now, we are currently streaming on MySpace. Like Brad has gotten us going. We're so far ahead of the game that we're actually going. We loop behind, and we are actually rocking right now on MySpace.com/Good News Brad News, and we're live there. He's got the sparkly background, his top 8. I'm not in it, but we're not going to talk about that today. He's got a lot of stuff going. So if you remember what I'm talking about, drop in the comments and let me know your favorite part about MySpace. I want to know that.
I want everyone to know that you can absolutely catch me and Jeff right now also on GeoCities on my homemade website, GeoCities. I hope you'll enjoy the Daily Drop-In. Is it a GIF? Is it a GIF? There's some animated little thing made of pixels that is built into GeoCities, and just make sure you're accessing it on Netscape, okay?
GeoCities and Netscape. Wow. I think the first site I ever built was GeoCities. I think I'm trying to think if there's another one before that. I think it was on GeoCities. It was GeoCities. That's a throwback. Wow. You're right. And Netscape. It's funny. Yesterday I emailed someone who has an AOL.com email address. My mom still does, and I thought she was the only one. Like I thought, like they literally were like, well, we'll keep the servers up for Vicky, but that's it. But it turns out there's other people. And I'm like, Sorry, I'm going on a tangent now about that. So my mom will call and be like, something's going on. I'm like, well, it looks like your email got hacked. She's like, well, why do you think that happens? I'm like, probably because it's an @AOL.com one. She's like, well, how do I fix it? I'm like, get a different email address. I'm like, I don't think they're investing in security anymore, Mom. But yeah, I saw someone yesterday with AOL. So were you an instant messenger guy? Like, were you active in AIM?
No, actually, I think the first, the first instant messaging that I was able to take part in was on what was called a first class server, like an internal work server, developed by a software company called First Class, and then that was like work email, so you could send emails to each other from workplace to workplace, school to school, and then you discovered that you could message, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah.
So it was like that. It was like the first Slack, like you were, or whatever else you might use. Interesting. Yeah. So I was big on AIM. Like we did a lot of instant messaging. It was fun. We used to, a buddy of mine who was really big into computers was the first place I ever heard of that had multiple computers in his house. He actually had 3 in the same room, which was like unheard of at this time. And me and my buddies we'd message the same person that we knew and we'd say the same things, but in different ways, just to mess. It was like the funnest thing in the world because no one would ever expect that we were in the same room on multiple computers. Because why would you do that? As I sit here right now, I have 4 laptops within reach of me, and I'm like plus 2 computers. How the world has changed, Brad. I'm feeling old right now.
Right.
It's not what we're supposed to be doing today.
The only thing that's coming to mind right now is as Marie chimes in about learning on DOS, which we did too, Marie. I'm thinking of that dial-up sound. If you can remember that dial-up sound, the squeak and the squawk and the chips and the chirps waiting for your computer to connect. And then once it connected, it's like, whoa.
And then you just pray to God no one called your house.
Right.
So, honest, serious question. Like, was that you? Did you do the sound effects? Because you do
It
some
was
cool.
me. Yeah.
Okay, was you? That's what I thought. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, that's what I
Yeah,
thought his
it's
foray was.
that's something buried deep in my resume was I did create actually I just made those noises.
Yeah.
And somehow I was able to just be everywhere to everyone at every time
Oh,
whenever they
you did them
needed
all
a beat.
live too.
That's right. Yeah, I was
That's
doing it
why it
live.
took so long.
Yeah. Exactly right.
That's why you got kicked out. Like Brad was calling your house. Like when you called, it went through. He had like an old school circuit board. He's like, oh, boom, and then he'd make the noises, and then every now and then he had to wait longer because like the Department of Defense would call, and he'd have to handle them. That's funny. Elijah says the disco. Yeah, he said he did play the first. I love sharing that with people, and the young kids, and like trying to explain them like it's. And then I'm like, when you do that, you're like, oh, this is like when my parents trying to explain like black and white or the old switchboard, like, phones and stuff. I'm like, oh man, I'm my parents now. Like I'm there. So, oh, good morning, Rachel, with a great comment. A great comment.
Jeff, just changing gears here. How do you feel about grape popsicles?
Grape popsicles.
Grape.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can't remember the last time I had a grape popsicle, but I'm going to assume I'm still a fan.
Brought to us by nationaltoday.com. Today is National Grape Popsicle Day.
Grape Popsicle Day. Well, okay, so go get a grape popsicle. That's good.
And a related observance, it's National Heat Awareness Day. So heat health and keeping our heat healthy could boil down to grape popsicles.
Yeah.
Or maybe National Road Trip Day. If you're hot on your road trip safely, just roll those windows down, and maybe if you're a four-legged friend, you've got your head out the window with your tongue swaying in the breeze.
So if you're on a road trip and it's hot, be aware, take popsicles in a cooler so that you can cool down and protect yourself from the heat. Okay, I'm with you.
Here at Teach Better, we do try to avoid sticky situations, and it is National Cellophane Tape Day. It sounds like anybody that is going to celebrate that has it all wrapped up, Jeff.
I think you're right.
Okay. National Sunscreen Day. Make sure its SPF is as high as possible. And for added fun today, just make sure that you add that lotion in a design so that it's maybe a sun or maybe a Teach Better diamond, if you wish. And finally, it's National Hairstylist Mental Health Awareness Day, which is really intriguing because I think if you go to a hairstylist, often if they're a community member and they become friends with that service, they're with you through thick and thin. So they're helping you to process all of the things that are going on in your life and in your community and in the world.
A few weeks back, Brad, we had I was on with somebody, and it was barber mental health awareness, and it was the same sort of story. We talked about how, like, in a lot of ways, that they're kind of like bartenders, and who they were all kind of like therapists in the sense of they get to hear our problems a lot of times. If they if they start asking about what's going on, you're just sitting there, you're relaxed, and you just start blabbering on. Like they receive potentially a lot of stuff. So it's important to keep aware of them. They also have to deal with people all day long, which is enough of an issue on mental health.
Well, as you know, customer service is no joke, especially when emotions are hot. And if you are expecting a service, especially in a limited amount of time, it can be really stressful. So that was a really intriguing one for me, was to consider not only that, service providers like your hairstylist or your barber or the person behind the counter at your local restaurant, they're there. We walk up and we expect they're there for us, but I truly believe there's a responsibility that we are there for them too. So that we're approaching them with respect and care and patience, recognizing that, if the situations were reversed, that's what we would ask.
That's what we would want, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
I think, just to tie it all together, if we could, a great way to show that love and respect and appreciation to your hairstylist, take them a great popsicle.
Oh, a great popsicle dipped in sunscreen, I think, would be a delicious treat, wrapped in cellophane tape. And
sure, yeah, I'm with you. I'll stick with you on that one.
No, I'm going to back that up. That's not.
I think it's too late. I think once you put it in the sunscreen and then wrap it and say it's you can't back it up before, like, you're committed at that point.
Well, if you're
you might actually get committed as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you're recognizing and celebrating your hairstylist, you really want to make sure whatever you do is a cut above. Moving on, I'll see myself out. I want to let you know, Jeff, that when I discovered this good news story today, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. And so, listeners and viewers might notice that I'm a little hoarse this morning.
I can understand that.
Yeah. And this good news story has to do with horses, with Icelandic horses of all things. Jeff, do you have an out of office vacation notice that you use with your email or even on Basecamp?
I do, but I'll turn it on when I go up to Canada, actually, up to our cottage up there, because I have such limited connectivity. I want to put it on to make sure that if I don't get back to people, they understand why. So I do use it then. I use the one that's built into Gmail. It's not super. What's the word I'm looking for? Innovative, right? It's pretty basic, so it doesn't do much for you. So what are you laughing at? Who's commenting?
Well, first of all, I'm laughing at Marie's comment that my goal at any time is to achieve a spit take from Jeff. But I'm also laughing at the photo from our good news story today. In the headline from goodnewsnetwork.org, Jeff, is Iceland trots out service that lets horses reply to work emails while you're on vacation. And there's a picture of a beautiful white horse high stepping on a giant keyboard.
Iceland has trotted out a service. I'm gonna hook us up.
You got it.
There.
Iceland has trotted out a service that lets horses reply to work emails when you're on holiday.
I didn't realize it was on, because when I was looking at my other screen, it was smaller. I didn't realize he's on a keyboard.
A giant keyboard. Yeah, so Iceland has the world's first outhorse your email service designed to encourage travelers to switch off and take an uninterrupted trip to the country, where using a large keyboard mat, the gated horses are able to walk, trot, canter, tilt, and pace their way across the keys. Understandably, there it is right there. Understandably, thank you, Jeff. Understandably, their replies are just a bunch of nonsense. But,
so it's legit. Like, they're saying that like they let the horses walk across, and then like whatever they're typing is what the away message is. Is that what it is?
Right.
Is this real?
It's a. I mean, the photos. I mean, you can achieve almost anything with photos, but the photos don't lie, Jeff. And Visit Iceland is reporting that 41% of people on vacation check their work emails between 1 and 4 times a day when on holiday. Yeah. And so their philosophy is, when visitors travel to Iceland, they want them to fully experience everything the nation has to offer, from breathtaking surroundings to endless landscapes, friendly faces. So the outhorse your email service lets them do just that, taking away the feeling that they have to be checking their email. That way the horses, our talented horses, took naturally to the service, galloping their way across the fields and creating a range of unique emails that will delight visitors and recipients alike.
You know, Brad, if you're on vacation, once you open that email once, you've really just let the horses out of the barn. It's really hard to get them in after that. So 2 things. One, outhorse. Did you make that up, or is that in the article? Because everyone who's watching believes that it's you. I want to see.
No, it's not me this time. No.
And is there a website that you go to get this set up? Like, is there a Chrome extension I can use with Gmail? Like, how does this work?
I'm going to bear with me. I'm going to copy and put that link in our comments. There's a link in the article to visit iceland.com/outhorse your email, connected with dashes. Here it is on the banner there. Outhorse your email.
Outhorse your email. Oh, look at it go. Pick a horse. Oh, you get to pick your horse.
What?
Yeah, type fast, but might take a nap. Assertive, efficient, shiny hair. Friendly, trained in corporate buzzwords. Did we really teach horses to type on a giant keyboard? Yes, we did. Watch the video to see how the magic happens. Things to do in Iceland. Okay, I'm like, but I don't see where you can. I don't see where you can sign up, or can you just? Oh no, I can click on this horse. Yes, hello, my name is. I'll be on holiday until this. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this real quick. Hold on.
Oh, fantastic. Folks,
you just keep talking to whoever you need to talk to.
We are signing up live to outhorse your email. Service provided by Iceland Tourism, where they're encouraging visitors and guests to Iceland or anywhere to have trained horses type auto-reply vacation messages using giant keyboards. We do not lie.
So here's
says we need this link in all the places. So the link right now is in our Facebook and StreamYard comments. Here it is, Jeff. Oh, incredible.
So this is my horse. Says Brooklyn emails Icelandic horse called I don't know how is it? Is that Rimar? I don't know how to say that name. Here's the response. And that's his response. An Icelandic horse really typed that. Our horse email that. Well, this is my favorite thing.
And friends, if you may not be able to see this, you might be listening, but the horse is absolutely adorable. Right now, it's prodding at the keys with one of its hooves. It's just so charming. It's just, what my heart needs right now.
I'm having trouble telling, like, is that all superimposed on that background, or like, is that, or like right there, it kind of looks green screen. But then when they get closer, I'm like, that I can't. I don't trust it, but I really want it to be real.
The story I'm telling myself is that it's absolutely real. And that there is magic and there is mystery and there is joy in the world.
It is.
I want to believe. I want to believe.
Brad, I'm checking with our producers, and they're telling me that we have confirmed that multiple resources, credible resources, have confirmed this is true. This is real.
Incredible.
Legit. We actually have someone on the scene who watched this horse type the email for me. So
they do.
To be clear, did not type the first part. The first part is just automated. It's the bolded letters that were actual message from my horse there. This is crazy. This is fun. That is a good one. Nice pick.
Good. Oh,
nice. Pick.
Did my heart good to see and laugh about that story.
Yes.
It's amazing. Just people creating happiness wherever they can is exactly what everyone needs right now. So check out Horse your email.
And our horse email, if you want to read the story, it's we go to goodnewsnetwork.org is where we got that from. So it's one of the first ones up on their page today. But correspondence. Rachel coming in with some
Rachel is bringing the fun wordplay fire. I love it.
From YouTube. I love it. I really want to email some people and get that back. And if I do, it'll be the happiest moment of my life. Well, maybe not. Don't tell like my family that, but like it's true. Like that'll be the happiest moment. This is fantastic.
Oh, I'm grateful to share a laugh with you over that, and we're going to continue to share some laughter after this break, Jeff. We are going to transition to our brainstorm bank, and as well to our recap of the week on Daily Drop-In. So we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Daily Drop-In, live with you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, GeoCities, anywhere and everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere you'll find us. Jeff Gargas and Brad Hughes with you on a Friday morning. It's the 27th of May in the U.S., heading into a Memorial Day weekend, and wish everyone the very best with their observances and festivities, recognizing Memorial Day. Jeff, we're reflecting just before the break on the need to take time away from work and to be intentional about setting a out of office reply, perhaps with an Icelandic horse. And Jeff, have you received any auto replies yet from our horse friends?
Not yet. No, not yet. I'm slightly disappointed, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. If people would quit horsing around and send me some emails, we'll get that happening. So,
Jeff, I'm glad it's a free service, and I don't want people to have to pony up to have horses reply to their emails. Moving on.
Right? Can I say one last note on that? I think it's really great if we can. You said something because then the person who emails you gets something back, so it doesn't stall that communication, right? It allows you to really continue forward on it.
Jeff, I honestly could play this game with you all day. I think maybe we should rein things in and shift to our.
Can we get to the main point already?
There's going to be good fodder for discussion coming up with our brainstorm bank, and this is an opportunity for us to reach out back to you and say, hey, what do you need? How can we help? What's on your mind? Is there anything that we can support, serve, encourage? We want to be your companions in whatever you're thinking, feeling, or needing today as you face a new day in education. And if you have a comment or a question, you want to pop it live into our comments. Jeff and I, of course, will do our very best to respond, support. We may not have the answer, but we can certainly help direct you and your thinking in the right place. And this is part of the intentionality, Jeff, we talked about at the outset, is just continuing to be present and being companions for people, no matter where they are, no matter what they do. Jeff, when you're reflecting on learnings from this week, or looking ahead to the weekend, and maybe shifting and being intentional about disconnecting, what's on your mind? What's on your mind about that kind of disconnection?
If I'm being completely honest,
Please.
Icelandic horses doing
Yep.
emails. No, I think with all jokes actually aside, you touched on it. I think that whole thing, the reason behind it, is actually really important, and that is disconnect. Earlier when you asked like what I was looking forward to as far as our team, there's a lot of stuff got going on today with the team, but what I'm really most excited for is this morning. I decided, I got to message the team today and tell them, like, please make sure you intentionally shut down this week and take some time off. I don't even care what project you're working on, whatever. I think it's really important. In the U.S., obviously, we're observing Memorial Day this weekend. It's been a week. I think this even more than ever before. Like, right, we have to take the time. It's very important to be intentional. So I think that's where my focus is on that subject. With that said, we've had a great week of conversations around outdoor learning and things of that nature as well. And on that front, the line that is sticking with me is yesterday, Becky Schnexer saying your outdoor space is the perfect outdoor space for outdoor learning. And I think it's really cool. We focus on that and just in general, like just getting out, trying, exploring, and utilizing whatever you have to try to change it up for your kids and create experiences for them. So a lot of stuff in my mind, I think, from the week. It's been a crazy whirlwind, but there's still positives in there this week. And then I'm going to turn it down all weekend and just horse around all weekend.
Oh. We have to be careful that we keep things in line. We want to be able to keep on a stable front. And
yes, that's true.
And when you talk about balancing all of the different needs and opportunities, I think about Becky's insistence that the space you have is the space you need. Mm-hmm. Why might we always be searching for more, different, or better? Is it sort of a barrier we throw up to keep ourselves comfortable and prevent ourselves from moving forward, whether it's with outdoor learning or a new opportunity, or like, what is it that, what do you think makes it so difficult for us to just accept and work with what we have?
I think it's a fear of failure, of going into something that we're not as comfortable with, and it's almost always more comfortable to stay where we're at versus trying to go forward. And it's interesting because I'm tying this to a conversation in a Voxer group that I'm in, related to business and stuff, and some folks sharing a couple podcasts or videos, something like that, of some guys that have some big followings that do really well in the online space, sharing some very practical, very real, very good tips on how to grow. And there was a couple comments of like, well, of course he says that, he's already got 1 million followers, And I told that group, I said, hey, one of the most common mistakes I see for like new or young entrepreneurs is that they say, oh, well, easy for you, so why would I even try? And I'm like, those are really good, basic, foundational practices for this was in the case of growing your email list and stuff. And I'm like, you saying that, the reason you say that is because you don't want to do the work, because you're either burnt out or you don't know how to do it. You're worried you're going to do it wrong. Whatever. You're worried about you're letting the fear stop you, and that's your excuse. And I think the same thing with it happens a lot of times in our classrooms and in our schools where we say, like, we're fairly comfortable, so I don't want to go put myself in this uncomfortable situation. There's enough other things doing that right now, and I'm not super comfortable with this. I don't know everything, so I'm not even going to try, and I don't like how that makes me feel, so I'm going to say, oh, I'm in the city, I don't have outdoor space, or I can't go outdoor, or I can't use that, I can't create experiences because I don't have this, or I don't have that, or this restriction in place. And I think it's important to say what Becky was trying to say was, you have everything you need. You have your mind, your passion for educating kids. You have the space you have or don't have, but you can use. And you don't have to go crazy. It doesn't have to be big, amazing treks in the woods or incredible experiences. It can be, little things. Dave and I talked on Monday about how it can be as simple as doing the same exact lesson, but outside or in a different space. Like, little things like that create a different experience for your kids. And you don't have to be a Becky Schnexer to do that, and you don't have to be transform your room or anything like that, but it's important to try try things and test yourself and discover, because I think you'll potentially discover some things that you're really good at that you didn't realize, or that really resonate with your students that you weren't sure would. And you're going to find a whole bunch of things that don't work too. And that's okay, because you put them over here in the don't work column, and then you keep working on the stuff that do. So I think I made a point in there. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, I know you sure did. And no, you sure did. And the point that I'm taking away reminds me of a conversation and encouragement that I continue to receive from our Facebook, from our Teach Better team member, Olivia Chan. Olivia is committed to uplifting others with every interaction, and something that I kind of concluded after discussing and reviewing that with Liv is that, I mean, each of us is the secret ingredient in every interaction, in every opportunity, and what it takes is working through the understandable fear of moving into that feeling of uncertainty, because the certainty, the predictability with which we want to approach life makes us feel secure that we're going to be okay. And changes of any kind trigger those alarm bells that something might not be okay. There might be failure, there might be discomfort, there might be embarrassment, there might be any number of outcomes. But what is the constant in all of that? What is with our control is just bringing your best self to that interaction, and being okay that you work your way through, or that you've got the people and resources around you to support you if there's a setback. So couldn't agree more, Jeff. I mean, we are the secret ingredient in whether it's outdoor
Absolutely.
education or family connections for the Memorial Day weekend, or discussing hard things with students. We need not know where the path will end. I think we just have to have the courage. Not easy. So I'm not saying this dismissively, but just the courage to take whatever important next step is happening. I think from the Frozen movie, I think of, do the next right thing. And I think that's a key takeaway for me from our conversation.
No, I love that. All of it, Brad. Spot on.
Jeff, we've had an awesome review already of our weekend daily drop-in, and we're just going to take a break, and we're going to come back with a look ahead to next weekend, and maybe just reinforce some goals, some personal, professional, and some emotional goals for the coming week. Here we go. Jeff Gargas, Brad Hughes with you. The Daily Drop-In, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern. Your number one, your favorite educational morning show. And we're here with you and for you live or later on the Teach Better Talk podcast. I'm excited to learn, Jeff, from a comment that you shared in Basecamp yesterday, that for at least one listener, the Daily Drop-In is a regular home from work routine that has provided value and some reassurance, especially in uncertain times. And that means the world to me and to us, that people are tuning in now or accessing it later. We love and appreciate hearing that we're making a difference, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime we get a message like that, I don't know if the senders realize how that hits us and how much that means. And I was happy to share that. I wanted people to understand that that's something that we do, and it's a good thing. So appreciate that.
I wanted to circle back to a couple of our guests this morning. Elijah was in our comments, and Marie. Both of these folks recently revealed are going to be presenters at our Teach Better conference in Ohio in October. So special shout out to Marie, Elijah, all of our contributors and all of our speakers that are being recognized and celebrated on our social media platforms. Congratulations, and thank you for stepping up and stepping in to share your voice. Jeff, that's really exciting. We've got a growing lineup and lots of opportunity for our Teach Better conference in October.
Yeah, it's been exciting to start seeing those graphics pop out and those posts saying that they're presenting. You're going to see more and more of those comments, so that's really exciting. Working on the schedules, that's going to come soon, pretty excited about it. So,
Jeff, are there still opportunities for viewers and listeners to learn more about the conference and to get involved if they have the time and the capacity in October?
Yeah, so everything's over at teachbetterconference.com. Obviously, easiest way to get involved is come to the conference. So you can register and get that. We have the 2-day pass where you can get, just the Friday, just Saturday if you're only able to make it out for one day. However, if you come out and are able to, I really suggest coming out on Thursday and hang out with us Thursday night, because that's when it like officially takes off. And, Brad, when we go out on those, networking every night at the conference, we really like to stir up some trouble. So I'm waiting for you to get that one real quick.
Oh, I've got it. I'm just happy.
I need the feedback. I have to
have my mug down there. I didn't want to do a Brad spit take.
No. So come to the conference. If you're a podcaster, we still have slots open for Podcasters Row. So one of the cool things that we love doing is that we have a group podcast. I think we're up to 10 right now. Mm-hmm. And this is led by you and Joshua Stamper, leading the charge, putting together the podcast row. So we're going to have podcasts on hand, recording live all throughout the weekend. So if you are a podcaster, you have an opportunity to come out. And if you've never been on a podcast, that's a great opportunity to get yourself on that, to experience what that is, and get to know some really great podcasts as well. We also have a bookstore that we've been talking a little bit about, right? We're going to have a bookstore there. So if you're an author, you have a book. You can sell it at the conference. And what's really nice about that is we have a system in place where you go get us your books, and then you can enjoy the conference, and we'll take care of all the selling and handling all and stuff. But if you love books, come attend too, because there's gonna be a bunch of awesome books at the conference as well. Let's see, what else is there? I think that's it, right? Yeah, just register, come hang out. Like, we got a lot of speakers coming out, a lot of sessions. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go to teachbetterconference.com, which is on the screen right now, and come register and come hang out with us in Ohio, which is in October 14th and 15th.
Jeff, I'm confident that everyone coming out is going to bring their best self. And for me, it's not just the content, but it's the people. It's the connections and the networking and the restoration and the encouragement that those connections provide that I keep hearing are the hallmarks of that conference. And so looking forward to being a part of that myself. And speaking of bringing your best self, that's our topic next week on Daily Drop-In. We're going to be returning with hosts and guests all next week, and the anticipated return of Ray Hewart to the scene to wrap up not only our Daily Drop-In for next week, but to wrap up our Daily Drop-In sessions for this season, Jeff. Daily Drop-In taking a hiatus over the summer to refresh, recharge, regroup, and come back better and stronger to serve and support.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet next week. Wrapping it up, it'll be nice to take some time in the summer and let everyone relax, but also kind of gonna miss the mornings. This week was the week. I've been up on every day this week, and it's kind of been, obviously it's a little earlier to move and stuff in the morning and stuff, but it's been a fun week. I'm kind of gonna miss it next week actually, because we won't be here Monday. That is Memorial Day, so we will not be live Monday, which is typically when I'm here. So I'm not on at all next week.
Oh,
what's up with that?
I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to the Daily Drop-In coordinators. Jeff, I know that special guests and drop-ins are always welcome on the Daily Drop-In. So if you part of your morning routine is getting up at 5 anyway, I'd say have StreamYard open and get ready to pop in at a moment's notice, depending on how the week goes.
I might have to do that. That's you got my mind going. I might have to pop in. We'll see. I don't know. They might block me out too. That's been known to happen.
We're all here for surprises and connections. So as we look ahead to next week, reminder, as Jeff said, observing Memorial Day. So no Daily Drop-In on Monday. We're back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with a week of honoring and bringing your best self, an opportunity to connect, restore, encourage, especially if you are wrapping or have wrapped up your school year. A great opportunity to reflect on your successes and gains and your growth, and just a moments of joy and celebration. And who knows? Maybe we can build on the auto reply horse emails with some other stuff and nonsense that brings some light and some joy and some shenanigans to your day and to your morning, Jeff.
Can we also touch on, Brad, next week, a couple other things? So on Wednesday will be our final brain break. And so we're also taking a summer break there. So both will return in August. So we're going to wrap that up next week. So join us, have some fun. We're going to have a good time then. And on Tuesday, actually, we'll make a little bit of a shift with our administrator masterminds, which is on Tuesdays. That'll be shifting back to a 9 a.m. Eastern start time. And the evening meeting will go away at least for the summer. And we'll be shifting that a little bit. And we're also bringing in our monthly themes. Our Teach Better Team leadership badges and certificates will be starting with the June meetings as well. So a lot of changes there. If you want more on that, it's teachbetter.com/mastermind. You can get registered. That's free to attend for school leaders in the administrative positions. So a lot of good stuff going on right now.
Big shout out to Dr. Brian Zwemke, who
Yes.
is facilitating those the morning mastermind group right now. Brian and I are going to be shifting to co-hosting the mastermind mornings as often as possible as a tag team.
Whoa, Brad, hold your horses.
Okay, I'm holding.
Are you telling me it's you and Brian together now on the same, like at the same time?
As often as we can, yeah, Jeff. So I mean, I continue to our schools continue to go daily until the end of June, and so I know Brian is shifting into the saddle there to lead the charge with the mastermind. And Brian is the main attraction. So Dr. Brian Zwemke, the main attraction there.
Yeah.
He has a few tales to spin and some wisdom to share. Jeff,
he really is the better hoof.
He really is. He really is. So yeah, I will be joining Dr. Zwemke as often as I can. And we'll certainly making the shift as June turns into July to co-host with him as often as I can.
I love it.
Yeah. Jeff Gargas, thank you for spending the morning with me and with us. And to all of you listening or watching, whether it's live or later, we appreciate you. We're glad you're here, and we're grateful that you have the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with us. We're grateful for whatever value and companionship we can offer. And we're looking forward to doing it all again next week. Jeff, enjoy Charlotte's Web. Try to avoid a sticky situation with any of those webs, and all the best to your daughter as she takes the stage today, my friend.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everyone watching. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Stay well, rest well, reconnect with your loved ones, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Did we forget to hit end?
I think I forgot to run the commercial. Here I go.